Hey y'all. So today we are going to work on turning in-person customers into repeat online orders. And let's get into it. We're going to get there by first reviewing 3 ways to grow your business, looking at the difference between in-person and digital sales, looking at what a sales funnel is in general, and how we're going to build in repeat sales, kind of using that model. We're going to give an example of a farmer's market sales funnel and really review the details on how to get customers to sell for you, how to get customers to sign up for your digital marketing, and that'll be that. Okay, so 3 ways to grow your business. Number one, increase the number of total orders. Simple, straightforward. Second, you got to look at your average order value. And then third, order frequency. So if you've got a lot of customers that are buying one time at an event and then never buying again, this is exactly geared towards you. We're going to look at how to turn customers from maybe buying one time, maybe two, into the multiples 3, 4, 5, 6, buying monthly, buying weekly, that sort of thing. All right, so in-person versus digital sales. Digital is where we want to be, right? Like that's everybody's dream. Having an e-com store that does, 6, 7 figures. But the problem with that is that to start out with, it's really hard to get sales. It's hard to get traction if nobody knows who you are and you've got this competition of 15,000 other people that do what you do. So we want to get to the point where we know our brand, we know our marketing, we've got loyalty so that we can scale using the digital marketplace. So first, that starts with the long days at the in-person events, where we've got a captive audience, where it's easier to make sales in person, right? Talking to a person versus somebody online, just ignoring, your ads or your emails, etc. So the real benefit of in-person events is that it allows you to craft your marketing, your tone, your pitch, your branding, how customers are using the product, what makes them excited. You can figure out all these things and just really nail it down so you know exactly who to target in the digital kind of world, what we're going to say about our product, how we're going to say it, what stories they like, how they like to be sold to, what recipes entice them, etc. Like we're going to figure all that out in person in order to be very successful online. All right, so a general sales funnel. Now, this is just a visual representation. I'll go through the definition, but I'm a visual person, so this might be more for me than for you. But a sales funnel is a consumer-focused marketing model that shows a theoretical customer journey towards the purchase of a product or service. Now, you might also hear this interchangeably used with other terms. For example, ClickFunnels, and that's an actual brand that creates sales funnels. A conversion funnel might also be called a marketing funnel. So here's the general model of it. And the idea is that customers start with an awareness of you, of the product, of the service that you're selling. And then you're going to lose people. And you've only got, this many that are interested in it. Well, as people learn about it, they're going to kind of weed themselves out. And only even fewer kind of want to buy it. Even fewer than that are ready to buy it, ready to, buy, convert, sign up, etc. So it's just looking at the different stages of a customer journey. And we break this down to see, one, how we can increase the number of each of these kind of pools and how we can make these pools more effective so that we can just simply make more sales. And again, I'm visual. Okay, so what we're going to do in this class, in this webinar, is we're going to look at how we take the traditional model, tweak it so that we're building in repeat sales, that people continue to just enter the funnel, enter the funnel, enter the funnel, so that, as we're doing more in-person events, we're also just getting more online sales, and that we can eventually, grow digitally as our as we become busier with other things, wholesale, right? Changing products, doing research, that sort of thing. So 2 ways to do that. One, You build so much delight in your product and the customer experience that people have to tell their friends, their family about you, right? You're gaining customer referrals naturally. Customers are going to sell your product for you. The second way that we're going to do that is we're going to have customers sign up and want to sign up for our marketing campaigns through email, text, follow us on social media, that sort of thing. So through these two things, we're going to stay top of mind and we're going to create kind of salespeople out in the field for us. Okay, so here's an example of a farmer's market sales funnel. So in the awareness, right? Now you'll have more awareness if you've got the great spot at the farmer's market. But even without, the front center stage spot on the event map, you still need to have, a cute sign. Anything that appeals to the senses really is going to help you here. If your product smells really good, if you've got music playing, anything, right, kind of stimulating the senses. From there, it goes into interest. So kind of once somebody has a vibe or a feeling of kind of what you do, who you are, here's where you can kind of increase your odds a little bit. Is your sign readable, but also understandable? Sometimes we can see just brand names on a sign, but it doesn't really describe kind of what the person sells, product or service. And secondly, is it a popular product? Or is it something that people have to really kind of get a paragraph of background to understand what to do with it? So if you do have to explain it, you got to be entertaining while you're doing it. And then, so we went from awareness to interest. Now people are interested in your product. Now who's going to want to buy it? Here's where, in some of the next slides, we'll go into more detail. But if we can create a story where our product solves a problem that they don't even know they've got yet, holy smokes, are we going to kill it? And then finally, the action. We want them to buy, right? So we're just going to simply walk them through the close. Now, that whole time, if we're cultivating delight, we're going to sell more, we're going to get referrals. So I do want you to be thinking about delight during this whole kind of process and what you're doing, again, to be entertaining, to just create a really nice atmospheric experience. Okay, so get customers to sell for you. So when I say be entertaining, I really believe that stand-up comedy is the highest form of sales that there is. Now for us, where we're really gonna kind of win is during that desire component. If we can create a secret about our product that we're going to share with the customer. Again, the problem they didn't know they had. And let me give an example with a pitch that I had, and that I've had customers years later that didn't know I, was the marketing and sales manager come up to me and pitch me on it again. So that's how I know it works. My pitch for pickles was, hey there, you like pickles? Try pickle. And I'd have the little samples for people to try in the little cups, and I'd hand up the sample. It's called an angry cuke. Not that angry. I'd have the jar in my hand. Starts out sweet, real crisp, a little heat at the end. They'd try it. Yum, 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 so good. Best part about it, when you're done with the jar, you take that brine, put it in a Ziploc bag, marinate chicken. Now, I'm selling, right? I'm selling hard, okay? But do you see how I'm using the hand signals? Did you see how I went from when you're done with the jar, assuming the sale, you take the brine. They don't know where they're going yet, but they're getting a story, right? You take the brine. Okay, what am I doing with the brine? Pour it in a Ziploc. What am I Why am I pouring it in a Ziploc? You're going to marinate chicken. Oh, chicken. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. So, from a customer psychographic perspective, what does that mean? That's looking at not just the demographics of where somebody lives, how much they make, you know, what level of education, whatever that they've got, but looking more into what do they value, what are they afraid of, what activities do they like to do, you know, do they like to travel, do they like tech, you know, like, so for the customer base that I was trying to really talk to, it was people that like to pay for a little bit of quality, was interested in the slow food movement, but didn't want to spend the time to pickle something, right? That would be open to paying for something that they felt had a lot of value, like Southern cooking, like Southern food, and you know, probably cooks chicken, probably entertains. Okay, so what did I do with the pitch? I checked all those boxes. Plus, you might have heard that Chick-fil-A, their secret with their chicken is that they marinate the chicken in pickle juice. So I used the psychographics. I paired that with a lead product benefit, which in our case, the pickles were good, right? But one of the real value adds was the brine. And so you had all this good flavor that you could, you know, put in a cocktail. You could marinate chicken with it. So it was like trying to find the story, trying to find the path to get customers to understand the value of this other component of our product. Okay, and then finally, you know, I tested that thousands of times. So if you have ever heard of Due South Pickles and you had the poor fortune of being next to me at a farmer's market, you heard that pitch 1,000 times. But yeah, at that moment when I finished the pitch, people were into it. They got it. They understood it, and they saw not my dog streaming next to me. They saw the value of the product, and then they saw themselves in it, and they saw, oh wow, and I can do this. So it was just like this little secret just for them. They pictured themselves in it. They pictured themselves solving all these products or problems that they, you know, hadn't articulated. Yeah, and then when I closed, I'd walk them through. You know, it's $9 for a jar or 3 for 25. Not only are you getting the all 3 jars, but I'm also going to throw in this paper bag. So like I'm poking fun at myself. Like they know I'm selling, right? Like I'm using sales technique. I know I'm selling. I'm using sales technique, but we we were having fun with it. It was fun. Okay. Okay. So what did that just do for us? Looking at the sales funnel again. So we walked through awareness, the interest. They're snoring over here, you guys. Uh, it's interesting stuff, I swear. Okay, so the awareness, the interest into the desire, where we really kind of hit home on the psychographics of what we know about the customer. And then we walked them through the close. Okay? It's this for 1 jar, it's this much for 3. Throw the bag in, you know, cash or charge. Okay, so that created the referral side for us. It created people talking about our product, sharing the secret, okay? Sharing that marinated chicken secret. On the other side, how do we build in the marketing campaigns? How do we build in like people wanting to sign up for email or text or follow our Instagram? How do we do that? Going over that next. Okay. Okay. So when you're closing the customer, okay, and you know they're getting their wallet out, they're getting their card out, ready to swipe, there's going to be 1 in 10, 1 in 20 people that ask you a question. Where can I find more? What did you say the name of that recipe was? How long do I marinate it? When are you guys going to be back here? Do you guys have anything that's good with barbecue? Do you sell wholesale? Like whatever these questions are that tried and true customers are giving you, people that are checking out with you, this is your opportunity. You take this problem, you take this question, you figure out what channel you want the solution to live on. So, the popular ones: email, text, social media, a blog. You figure out where you want it to live, and then you connect them and you make it easy. So maybe it's that, where can I find more? Okay. Let's assume that the customer wants to know where they can get more of your product, and let's assume that maybe you sell on Amazon. Okay. So you're going to have a QR code that's going to take them directly to your Amazon Prime listing. Okay. Maybe you want them to follow you on social media because you're going to tell them when you're at the farmer's market every week. Okay. So you're going to have maybe again, the QR code is pretty simple. They scan it, it goes right there. Okay. Now you can do the QR code. Love that. Have it on your table, have it on a banner, have it on your product, wherever. You can also, in your point of sale settings, Square, Shopify, whatever, you're going to want to select the email newsletter sign up, text message sign up, so that it's automatically in the checkout process for your customer, and they can opt out if they so choose. Okay? And then you can do it real old school and do the clipboard sign up. Now, I am a big fan of the clipboard sign up because people will do it. But one, you want to go ahead and pre-fill a couple emails. Nobody wants to be the first on the list. And two, you're going to have to manually put those in. So I would stick with the first two if at all possible. Now, the last and final thing that you want to do is looking at what the most popular questions are. You're just going to want to add that into the end of every close. So you're going to treat each customer like they asked you, where can I find more? So in the close, and to find out, where you can get our products, to find out, where our calendar is, follow this QR code, etc. So you took the problem, you gave it a digital solution, and you're going to input that at the end of every sale. And you're just going to walk them through it. Walk them through it. All right. That's it for me, guys. Appreciate you sticking around. Questions, comments, let me know. Love to talk shop. If you want to get into more detail about your product, your customers, the target audience, what your secret could be, what your psychographics are, reach out. We can get deep into the discovery process. But that's it for me. Have a good one. Follow us, www.fortifiedagency.com. Thank you.